It's beginning to look like Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It is indeed. And on Monday, we're back in this area after getting first in our group stage in the Europa Conference League, which is a tick, The same day, on Monday, the 13th of December, obviously, as well as AS Roma playing against La Spezia, we've got the Europa Conference League draws. Now, obviously, Roma won't get, picked because they're immediately off to the round of 16. But we can get an idea of who might come, towards us in the next stages of that competition. And also, I've read that Tottenham and Rennes are not replaying that match, and that UEFA is gonna decide the result of that match, probably meaning that Tottenham will get out of the Europa Conference League. Because if they give a win to Tottenham, then I don't find it fair to Vitesse, who is one and is currently second. So I do think, if the decision is made by UEFA, then they're gonna let Tottenham lose, because hypothetically, after 2 years of a pandemic, UEFA expects teams to know how to deal with it, and there was probably something going on at Spurs. So Spurs are 97%, in my opinion, out of the Europa Conference League. This is a bonus for Roma because it means that big clubs like Tottenham are avoided in a way, but let's not underestimate anything because we know what underestimating leads to. But let's not talk about the Europa Conference League. We're back playing in that tournament in February. So before February, focus on the Serie A. And on Monday, we're playing against La Spezia. Now, it's a Monday night. I'm going to start off by talking why Monday nights are pain in the asses. Now, you might be wondering, who cares? What's the difference? Now, I hate playing on a Monday night because one, it's you're the last team playing and it sucks. But second of all, which is the most important thing, by being the last team which plays with La Spezia in this game week, it means that you've got the pressure to win because you already saw the other results. Okay? So it's an absolute bottoms to play on a Monday night, but that's what it is. I mean, it's a bonus because we have more time to rehab, rest players. La Spezia is a team which I think we should comfortably win on Monday against. But be careful, because La Spezia has been AS Roma dark horse over the last season. Now, they did have a completely different manager, who's now the manager of Fiorentina, and Fiorentina are absolutely rocking it. They won 4-0 against Salernitana. Dusan Vlahovic is one of the most underrated strikers out there. Fiorentina's rocking it. Juventus is currently winning. That means that Roma needs to win to keep their rhythm. But speaking about that La Spezia, they've been a serious threat over the course of last season. They threw us out of the Coppa Italia. And when we played in the Serie A, we won 4-3 against them. It was absolutely... It was fucking intense. And, so I think last season they were better because the manager they had was an extremely experienced manager, Italiano's obviously not their manager anymore. Thiago Motta is, ex-PSG player, which obviously, in my opinion, if you ask me, has no experience when it comes to the managing career of football. So that's obviously a good thing. Plus, if you can see the stats on your screen, they won 3 times, they lost 10 times, and they scored 17 goals. Now, they are currently, let me get this right, they are currently 17th in the league. 2 points from relegation. They will come at the Olimpico wanting to, with the objective to hurt us. Obviously, they're going to try and win it. But will they come to the Olimpico and win it? I highly doubt it. Because, I do think we'll win this match. I think over the course of the Serie A this season, apart from a few downfalls, especially 3 downfalls, which are Venezia, Bologna, and Verona, I think we've grabbed the points against the small clubs. Plus, I think we've got the boost from the Europa Conference League. Getting first, we've got more time to rest than other teams. So I do think we will win on Monday. I don't think, will we concede? I'm not sure. Another good thing is that their main striker, Mbala Nzola, is not available, which is good. But in the last match, last weekend, La Spezia scored 2 goals. And then obviously conceded 2 goals and was about to lose the match against Sassuolo, which would have been an absolute bummer. But they were winning 2-0 and then they drew 2-2. So it's a team where we need to be extremely careful, because last season against La Spezia, we completely underestimated them. Completely underestimated. In 2 matches against them in the Coppa Italia, we got thrown out by them in a weird match, which we were losing, and then I think someone equalized it before the extra time, and then we went to extra time. We had to play another half an hour. Pau Lopez got sent off and they won. An ex-Roma player scored, but in the meantime, Fonseca did 6 substitutions instead of 5, even despite the fact that Pellegrini was telling him. Fonseca completely ignored Pellegrini, insisted that he was allowed to perform 6 substitutions, and then we ended up losing the match 3-0 because Fonseca wasn't allowed to do that. Which, in common sense, professional football, these things are absolutely ridiculous. But technically we lost either way, even if this match didn't, even if Fonseca didn't make an error, we still lost because of that dickhead of Pau Lopez, which was an incredible. It was like a karate move. He completely ran out of the box and absolutely killed a player, got a red card, and then I think another player from Roma got a red card. It was an absolutely never-ending, absolutely torture of a match. And then a few weeks later that match, after getting thrown after the Coppa Italia from La Spezia, we played them again in the Serie A, and it was a completely difficult time at Roma. Edin Dzeko was having disagreements with Fonseca, and the team was, in a way, was giving the impression that they didn't want Fonseca anymore and started playing against Fonseca. So Borja Mayoral started that match over Dzeko because Fonseca didn't like Dzeko anymore, and Borja Mayoral was actually the man of the match against La Spezia. And then we ended up winning this match, and it was 4-3, but it was one hell of a heavy match to win. Now, 1 year later, I expect this club to know how La Spezia plays. They do have a new manager, but the players are the same, which, let's not underestimate them anymore after what happened last year against them. But, let's talk about the predicted 11. Because Zaniolo and Mancini are both not available for this match because they got an extra yellow card and technically got a red card against Inter Milan. So they're not available. This means that Rui Patricio's back after resting against CSKA Sofia, and that's for sure. I can't see Fusato starting again, to be honest with you. I don't think Mourinho will start him. And then I think we'll play with 3 defenders. I think there's a trend going on at AS Roma, especially with Mourinho showing us that against these small clubs, we love playing with 3 defenders at the back. Mancini's not available. Pellegrini's not available. And I'm not sure who the captain will be. I think it will be Cristante. But the 3 defenders at the back will definitely be Smalling, who is coming from a rest against CSKA Sofia. Ibanez, who's coming from a match against CSKA Sofia, played extremely well. His physique and everything. And Kumbula will start. And I think we'll play with 3 defenders at the back. I think these 3 defenders lately have been on an edge. With Smalling, despite the fact conceding 3 goals against Inter Milan, things have looked a teeny tiny bit better. Against CSKA Sofia, I think, Kumbula, Mancini, and Ibanez were defending bollocks. But, Smalling is back, and it's important because I can't stress enough how much we need to win on Monday. So Smalling is back, and he will definitely be the leader of the defense with Kumbula and Ibanez at his side, 2 very young, unexperienced, if you want to call them. So having a leader like Smalling in the middle will definitely help them and the entire team. So these 3 are my 3 defenders. Now, it will be very interesting to see if Mourinho will choose to start with let me get this right. It will be very interesting to see if Mourinho starts with a 3-4-1-2, like he started against CSKA Sofia, or if Mourinho will start with a 4-4-2. I do think, to be honest with you, I think after this boost of playing against CSKA Sofia, winning against CSKA Sofia, dominating the first half against CSKA Sofia and getting first in the league in the table, I don't think Mourinho will stick with a 3-4-1-2. There are a few interesting things that, Mourinho needs to answer to completely fill out this predicted 11. And these questions are, will Bove get another start? Because he was playing absolutely well. Maybe giving Mkhitaryan another rest. Because, a tough match next Saturday against Atalanta is coming. Where we definitely don't want to get battered again. And where we definitely need to try and win a top match. The first top match after 2 years. So it'll be very interesting to see if Mourinho will start with Bove instead of Mkhitaryan. But you know what? I think Mourinho really cares about this match. I think every single Roma fan cares about this match. I don't think we need to underestimate them by any chance. We don't even have a Europa Conference League match to play on Thursday. So we've got a full week to prepare for Atalanta after the match against La Spezia. So to be honest with you, I think we'll play with a 3-4-1-2. 3 defenders, done. 4 defenders, I think we'll play with Karsdorp and Vigna on the 2 sides. And I think we will play, this is tough, because Veretout is on an appalling form. Absolutely appalling. Cristante has been shit against CSKA Sofia. To be honest with you, if I were Mourinho, I would give a chance to Darboy. Maybe Bove again. Listen to this. Veretout will rest. Because he needs time. He's tired. And you can see it by the way he plays. Because Veretout's not normally like this. He's on an appalling form. Veretout will rest. And I think Bove will start again, but lower down in the midfielder than he was playing against CSKA Sofia. Bove will play next to Cristante, in my opinion. Veretout will rest. Mourinho loves to start, a player again after a good performance. And that's exactly why the question of this preview is, will Borja Mayoral start again next to Tammy, seeing the fact that, Zaniolo is not available. So I think Bove will start next to Cristante, giving Veretout a rest. And I think the player behind the 2 strikers can be Mkhitaryan. It can be Bove, and then either Veretout, Divara, or someone else starts. Felix is obviously back from this match after being resulting negative from COVID. But you know what? I think Mkhitaryan will start. I don't think we need to underestimate this match at all. We need to try and win. We need to try and batter them. We need to try and close the match as soon as possible to then maybe allow substitutions, young players to play. So I think Mkhitaryan will be the player behind the 2 strikers, and Tammy and Borja Mayoral will play up front. Mourinho loves, as I said before, to give another chance to players who play well in the last match. And Borja Mayoral in the last match has rebut Mourinho's faith. Borja Mayoral is a player which was unlucky because I think he deserved more time. He's way more experienced than Shomurodov, in my opinion, and Mourinho had to give him more time over the course of this first half of the season. He didn't get that. He got started against CSKA Sofia and he performed extremely well. With a great goal and with a good, triangulation leading to the first Tammy goal. Borja Mayoral will start. And last year, this match was Borja Mayoral's match. I think he scored a double. And listen to this. Tammy and Borja will both score again. Bam! They will both score again. Now, last thing I want to do before ending this stream is kind of examining La Spezia in a way. Now, obviously, this is how they played the last match. Their main striker, Mbala Nzola, is unavailable. He's injured. So I think he is. I hope he is. But they have got, I think, 3 players to avoid. Or Maggiore, young Italian player. Good touch he has. And he's like, my usual example is Steph Curry. He's the playmaker of the team. And then they've got Gyasi, which is a right back, which is very, very fast, and Vigna needs to be very, very careful in marking him, and actually scores quite a lot of goals. He scored in the last match, and Mbala Nzola is their main striker. He's extremely similar to Duvan Zapata from Atalanta. He's very physical, he's very big, so having Smalling in defense is a massive bonus. Not having Mancini in defense is a massive bummer because it means that Kumbulla, I'm not sure if he'll play. I've heard rumors saying that he's injured. He did play the last match, but I'm not sure. We'll see on Monday. Anyways, if he starts, the players need to be careful. And starting with 3 defenders at the back can be a risk, but it can be a bonus as well to focus on the attack. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow it's Mourinho's press conference reaction, so stay tuned. This is, what do you call it? The match preview. Yeah, it's the match preview. You know, I think it's a match we need to win. My score prediction for Monday is will we concede? That's always a big question. No, we won't concede. I'm positive. I'm faithful. We won't concede. Smalling at the back, we won't concede. And I think I'm stuck between 2. It can either be a scrapey win, like the match against Torino, where we won 1-0, or it can either be an absolute battering. But lately, Roma don't batter. So I don't think it will be a battering. I don't think it will be a scrapey win. I'm going 2-0, which is solid. I'll buy a 2-0 if you ask me. Martin from Kenya, I love from, and this is a must-win match. Shout out to you, Martin. Lorenzo P, welcome to the stream. Tam is going to score. I can feel it. I agree with you. I think BORJA and Tammy will both score on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, Mourinho's press conference reaction tomorrow, and on Monday, set reminders for the live watch-along, which is a match which we'll see the reaction after getting first in the Europa Conference League, and to keep the boost, to get back after that terrible defeat against Inter Milan. The only thing we need is a W-I-N. I'll catch you tomorrow. Simon out, and if you're new here, please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, we're literally like 9 subscribers away from 1.7k, so please subscribe. Like this live stream as soon as it becomes a video. Follow me here on Instagram, over there, _ the Simon Show. And if you enjoy travel, subscribe to my second channel. Link is in description below. I'll catch you tomorrow. Simon out.